Alright, what's going on, you guys? It is 12:58, so we got 2 minutes till close. I'm on the West Coast over here, Pacific time. August 7th, Thursday. We do have a few earnings coming up today that I wanted to make sure we watch. We got Trade Desk. We got... let me pull this up. We got TTD, Trade Desk. We got Rocket Lab, SoundHound, NewScale, Kratos, Block, Pinterest, Atlassian, T2, TWLO. And then tomorrow before open, we got Fubo, Tempest, TerraWolf, Wendy's, Canopy Growth. So I'm gonna see what comes in the last few minutes, and we're gonna see what happens with some of these names. I'm gonna pull that up in a moment right now. Alright, so I got Trade Desk on the left over here. I got Rocket Lab on the right. Earnings should be coming in just a moment. See what way they react. Yep. We just had market close. Trade Desk popping a little bit. Nope, that's... we'll see if that's the real move. Like those of you that have seen, sometimes that first move isn't always going to be the right one, so got to give it a little bit time to digest. I will point out too, one thing that I've kind of noticed with earnings is if they, for their earnings, have a negative EPS, a lot of times I've noticed is that they actually end up, if they miss or they come right in line, a lot of times we're seeing sell-offs right now. So Rocket Lab, Trade Desk, I did do a little bit of a write-up on my Discord about them. In terms of Rocket Lab, we did see quite a few puts come in today, very short-term puts, just about under $1 million spent. So that'll be interesting to see if this does move down or if it goes up today. It looks like it's popping up just a little bit right now. Trade Desk, ooh, big drop down so far. Trade Desk down 10% already. In my Trade Desk write-up, I did talk about how some unusual puts came in. Just, the most recent prints we saw. Down 15% already. Wow, pretty big, quick drop. See, there's a few of you guys watching. Comment stacks for me if there's any tickers you want to see. Let me know. Not sure. I don't see Rocket Lab's earnings just yet. Trade Desk did come in. EPS was about right in line. Second quarter revenue, a little bit of a beat for second quarter revenue, but it's reacting pretty poorly to that so far. We also got SoundHound coming in. SoundHound looking like it's popping up right now. Our sentiment for Stacks Flow was a bit more bullish. They did have, their COO acquired a lot of shares last month. Over $5 million, or 5 million shares, sorry. He got them, basically had a option he had exercised for it, got them for like $2 to $3 for SoundHound. But I don't see a report out just yet for that. Let's see what else we got. XYZ Block. Block is slightly up so far. Not a big move yet. Pinterest, ooh, looking like it's starting to drop. Who still uses Pinterest, by the way? Atlassian, not much of a move yet. TTWO, oh man, popped up and came right back down. And TWLO is up so far. Keep an eye on Rocket Lab. for now. Came right back down. Trade desk is down 27% right now, guys. 27%. It's a big move. Let me know, are any of you guys in any of these positions? If you're in our Discord or our Stack software, did you catch any of these ones that we talked about? I know we're getting close to the end of this, not the end of earnings season completely, but we've seen a lot of the big names already report. And we're definitely seeing quite a few negative reactions so far. Now, some of these still haven't really actually reported yet. Oh, Pinterest came right back. Take two. Popped all the way. Look at that wick. Look at that wick. Their EPS is pretty ugly for Take Two. TWLO, not much either. Yeah, so I know the earnings for today definitely aren't as exciting as some of the ones earlier in the week. I think one of the most interesting ones I saw was App11 Corporation, where yesterday we watched this earnings where from close it went down about 14%. And look at where it ended up opening at, right? It's flat for where it opened at. And then it dipped a little bit at open, and then it popped up about 15-16% from that low. So if you measure from this low to this high, that's equity. Equity is up 36% just from that drop to the high from earnings. So you see how much volatility that created. Rocket Lab still nothing. I know on, I think it was Reddit, I saw there's a lot of people that are bullish on that, but I would definitely say sometimes that Reddit sentiment, you know, every once in a while it does play out, but more likely than not, I would say Reddit sentiment, we tend to see it go against what Reddit wants as a whole. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Rocket Lab start dropping after this is reported. Trade Desk sees their next quarter revenue going up. Report doesn't seem to be too terrible, but expectations I think were fairly high. Had a lot of these names you have to keep in mind since the tariffs have run up quite a bit. So that's where I expect to see it, where, you know, if expectations don't, they don't hit expectations, they don't exceed them, we very quickly see a sell-off on these names. What are you guys playing? Let me know. Are you in on any of these positions? Did you profit off of anything or lose anything off of the previous, anything earlier in the week? I'd like to know. We've seen a lot of reactions and then reversals as well. So earnings and after hours earnings do not always correlate with what ends up happening throughout the day, the next day, or even the couple days that come up afterwards. Let's look back at SOUN. SOUN starting to go up a little bit. Block is up 7% so far. Pinterest is flat. Team Atlassian is it's pretty flat. Take Two has not moved since that. And then TWLO is flat as well. So things aren't moving too much. Trade Desk is the big loser though. 26% so far past after hours. Their PE ratio you see is pretty high, so quarterly margin has dropped quite significantly. We'll see when the full report's out. I'm not going to stay on stream for too long today. We're just going to see what ends up happening by about 1:15. So I'll be on here for a few more minutes just to see if there's any more reactions to come. But yeah, there's it's not as exciting today as previous earnings earlier in the week. I will point out too, we had Celsius earnings come up yesterday or today before market open. We did talk about this yesterday during our stream where we had this huge pop, but we did see Stacks AI talk about, come in with some calls earlier end of last month on the 23rd. Saw some calls, had a bit of a drawback, but if you went just from yesterday's close to the highs at which we opened, this was I think over 100% move, 140% move for some of those positions. People that got in right when Stacks alerted probably saw about 75% return on those positions. So pretty solid for Celsius. I know I've been seeing this drink just about everywhere at the markets. So if you're not in Stacks and Stacks AI, definitely encourage you guys to check it out. Got some pretty awesome earnings plays so far this earnings season. Rocket Lab still fairly flat, but it doesn't look like we've seen any real report just yet. So probably another few more minutes till we'll see the full reaction. Yeah, I get it. Today is one of those slower days in the market. While we wait for that, just wanted to pull up Stacks for you guys just to get an idea of what's going on in the markets right now. If I just went with today, like you can see, this is all the sentiment for the week. We definitely see a lot of hedging happening for SPY, IWM, and QQQ. But individual names, we're still seeing quite a bit of bullish flow come in. Apple's doing pretty well here. Palantir, AMD, MicroStrategy, extremely bullish in terms of that sentiment. Eli Lilly here as well. I do believe they dropped after earnings, but we probably, I think that'll probably get snatched up pretty quick. ANET, we saw a great earnings report as well. Broadcom, AVGO. I bet that's kind of even right there. Google pretty bullish as well. But if we go ahead and we just check what happened today on the flow, MicroStrategy fairly bullish, QQQ looking a little more bullish as well. SPY still bearish and IWM still bearish. Apple quite bullish right there. That's where Eli Lilly, after that earnings report, they bought up 10 million of calls already. Tesla, Nvidia, AMD, NBIS, Geo. This one, let me double check real quick. How did Geo report? Geo, that was 2 days ago, has dropped since their earnings. Quite a bit actually. So they're down since their earnings report. They're down like 15–16%. That's rough. All right. But looks like they've been purchasing, so it's getting snatched up down here. Still nothing on Rocket Lab so far. Bet you in that next minute we're going to see that move. Unless they moved it to 130. We'll see a move pretty soon. Real quick back on stacks though. Yeah, see Geo. They purchased that for next month. That's actually pretty close by, above 22. It's expecting that to recover. Yeah, the unusual Eli Lilly. These are actually a Stacks AI call. I'm going to give that to you guys right here. Stacks AI did call out that they purchased after that drop today. So keep that in mind. I'm going to be doing my back testing for Stacks AI. I've got a lot of prints to go over and review for this month or last month. So, you know, stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification bell so that when I get that up and running for you guys, or when, you know, I might even do a part of it live as well. You know, review what's going on with Stacks AI to show you guys what last month's hit rate looks like. Oh, starting to see a reaction. Rocket Lab starting to push up. Like I said, we saw a CEO purchase. Oh no, that's SOUN real quick. Let me double check. Just wrote this up. Yeah, CEO purchase for SOUN. Rocket Lab. Still kind of a muted response. 4%. It's starting to go up. SOUN. Not much going on so far. Block looks like it popped higher. Should be a double beat in this situation. EPS came in line. Revenue probably was a beat if this is how it's moving. Pinterest, no movement so far. Atlassian, oh, there we go. Atlassian popping. Up 5% so far. Take two, up 1%. That's nothing so far. TWLO still fairly flat as well. So, quick review. Trade Desk. Ooh, Trade Desk down 28% at this point. Rocket Lab is now up to almost 3%. We'll see what ends up happening, but I still don't see a report out for that. SOUN up 7% now. Block up 11%, starting to move. Pinterest flat. Oh, there we go. Atlassian popped and came straight down. Down about 6% so far. Take two. That looks nice, but keep in mind we're zoomed in here. Up 1.5%. And TWLO still flat, so. Rocket Lab coming right back down. It's only up 1.5% now. Find it fairly interesting, the movements on some of these names right now. Quick heads up, I'll give this to you guys right now too. We did acquire TraderLink. TraderLink is another options trading type of platform. What they do is they view the Gamma and the Vanna, which are indicators that help you predict where price movement is going according to what the market makers are doing. So the market makers have to hedge their positions and use delta, use gamma and Vanna, which are the Greeks when it comes to options, and they help them make sure that they stay stay neutral on their portfolios. So oftentimes it can be a hint as to where price is going to be drawn to, and when price is going to push up or down into certain ranges. We are in the process of merging, our infrastructure. So, be patient with us. We're going to be working pretty hard around the clock to get that done for you guys. But if you guys are interested in checking out our Stacks platform, Stacks software, you can use the code TRADERLINK. We are doing a special right now, gets you 25% off Stacks software. Get in on it so that, again, when we start merging and getting all these additional tools under our belt, you guys can be ready to use it to your full advantage. Like I said, I was going to keep today short. We did a lot of streams over the course of the last 2 weeks. So, I know you guys are probably a little bit tired of it, but we will get back to it soon. There are some additional earnings coming up next week. We'll get our write-up in our Stacks Discord, in our ICC Discord. So if you guys are in there, be sure to check up on those. I know Max has been doing a lot of write-ups. I think he said about 40 write-ups over the last weeks, just for you guys to get ready for these upcoming earnings. He's also doing after hours reports. He's also doing post earnings reports. So be sure to catch those as well. If you guys are not in our Discord, you guys can still go into a Substack and subscribe for his free version, or you can do the subscription of it, which is going to help you get all that information as well. All right. That being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Happy trading. This is Eric with Investor Central Club with Stacks Software. I'll catch you guys in the next one.